Good evening. Welcome in daily UPSC Julie audio program. Single digits. The problem of landslide in Kerala. Now the full editorial. Digits. The Hindu. India needs to broaden its sport base for success in Olympics. India's return of 6 medals from the just concluded Paris Olympics can be termed underwhelming the best. The nation secured 1 silver and 5 bronze medals, down from 7 at Tokyo 2020. That included a gold and 2 silvers. At a time when the country is looking to diversify its sporting excellence, has found exuberant support from the government and big corporates, and was aiming for a double-digit medal yield. The Olympic fortnight belied expectations. There were indeed new heroes, shooters Manu Bhakar, Sarabjot Singh, and Swapnil Kushale, and wrestler Aman Shehrawat are now household names. The men's hockey team finishing on the podium for the second straight time, and Neeraj Chopra adding a silver to his historic javelin gold from Tokyo are top-notch efforts. But the dependence on on a select few to repeatedly deliver the near zero presence in disciplines such as swimming and gymnastics, and wrestler Vinesh Pogart being disqualified for being above the weight threshold cast a dark shadow. The need of the hour is thus to broaden the base, increase participation, and distribute funding from equitably to usher in a grassroots revolution. The onus is also on the Union Sport Ministry to bring a errant federation, often dense of nepotism and corruption, in line with the National Sports Code, fix accountability and decentralized governance. As much as the Olympics is about winning and the shaping of national identities, it is also the greatest stage on earth to showcase the triumph of human will. This was best exemplified by the Netherlands' Sifan Hassan, the first since Emil Zatopek in 1952 to collect medals in 5,000 meter, 10,000 meter, and marathon. Kenya's Faith Kipyegon, the first woman to win 3 consecutive 1500-meter titles. Cuba's Mizan Lopez, who won a fifth individual gold, and Algerian boxer Iman Khalif, who braved incendiary attack on her gender to rise to the top. Sweden's Armand uh, Duplantis broke the men's pole vault record for an astonishing ninth time, 6.25 meter, while swimming. Katie Ledecky, gymnast Simon Biles, and hurdler Sydney McLaughlin Lebron achieved transcendence by stretching their numbers to 9, 7, and 4 Olympic golds respectively. France did well as a host, winning 16 gold to two best figures in a century. The star was 22-year-old swimmer Leon Marchand, who bagged four gold to position himself as the best of this generation. Athletics in the post Usain Bolt era was on the lookout for one such champion, but as Paris proved, that is a tough act to follow. The problem of landslide in Kerala. Reports and recommendations are aplenty, but implementation is tardy. S. Anandam, nearly a fortnight after two landslides gouged, gouged out the face of the Velarimala hill in Wayanad's Meppadi Panchayat, killing more than 230 people in the foothills. The search continues for the missing, estimates to be more than 130 people. This is a tragedy of epic proportions for Kerala, which has been battled by extreme weather events even since the Great flood in 2018. That year, 341 major landslides were reported in the state. Landslides have become major hazard every monsoon since then, with the Wayanad, Idukki, Malappuram, Kasaragod, and Kozhikode district marked as and proving to be highly susceptible to deadly landslides. About 75 people died in overnight landslides at Kavala, Kavala, Kavalappara in Malappuram and Puthumala in Wayanad, situated 6 kilometers apart across the hills. In 2019, Puthumala is barely a few kilometers down the hill from the Chu, Churalmala and Mundaki wards of Neppadi Panchayat, which bore the brunt of the landslides on July 30 this year. As in 2019, the landslides this year were also triggered by extremely heavy rainfall, 527 mm of rain in 48 hours. This is evident now that there was inadequate early warning, but the role of anthropogenic factors in exacerbating the disaster cannot be discounted. The Kerala government embarked on a mission to rebuild the state in the wake of the 2018 flood. The post-disaster needs assessment report envisioned a climate-resilient Kerala, which was not be built by managing integrated water resources following an eco-sensitive and risk-formed land use and settlement approach, promoting community-based disaster management and integrating disaster risk reduction plans across sectors with technology and innovation. However, implementation has been tardy. The Room for River project for flood management is the plains has not made any headway. Affirmative action to ensure eco-sensitive land use remains a chimera, with the government biding time and a vast majority of the people opposed to the idea of resettlement due to a deep distrust of the system. Unregulated unregulated constructions continue to be a menace on the fragile hills in Wayanad and Idukki. With an eye on revenue from tourism, the India Meteorological Department and a Geographical Survey of India had delayed upscaling their technical capabilities to give accurate, uh, actionable and timely early warnings. A case in point is the endless wait for the installation of a Doppler weather radar in Kozhikode to bring North Kerala, including Wayanad, under coverage. Such a radar can give people-friendly information such as probable rainfall intensity, wind shear, and a probability of extreme weather such as a cloudburst. But this appears to be a tall order, as Wayanad does not even have an adequate number of rain gauges. But the government has brought local bodies on board the disaster risk reduction matrix. As many as 260 local bodies were handheld by the Kerala Institute of Local Administration in putting together panchayat level disaster management plans after some laborious fieldwork. Each report contains the whole gamut of information pertaining to that panchayat. For instance, Meppadi, revised by the landslide in July, has published a report. To what extent this has been useful in fighting the disaster needs to be examined. Nevertheless, the plan is sweeping in its coverage of the geomorphological feature of the land, the people, the interventions on land, crops, safe routes, etc. It identifies the vulnerable sports and people such as the differently abled, the bedridden children, and the aged migrant workers, and those under palliative care. There are long list of people to sound warnings and be the first responders in the event of a disaster. Officials say these panchayats have been given downscaled climate projection data and maps. For panchayats officials to make sense of the downscaled climate project data and maps, there is a need to ground truth the same. While the disaster management plans should be frequently updated, experts point to the need to integrate those individual plans while preparing district disaster management plan. This is now a fairly sound understanding of which areas are prone to disasters. While the government should be urged to central agencies to upgrade their systems in order to be able to provide accurate and timely weather alerts, it should also pay attention to community-driven climate monitoring system. Thank you.